Millions of young Americans are beginning their first semester of college. But one group of recent high school grads in Pennsylvania is instead embarking on a new career. Some of them snagging entry-level jobs to the tune of $70,000 a year after foregoing the traditional education route to learn new skills in a unique trade program. Jeff Flock has our story.
Shop class is back and bigger than ever.
I just want to know, how many people applied to college also? Anybody?
That's the welding program at Father Judge, a selective enrollment all-boys Catholic high school in Philadelphia, where graduates who choose the trades are in such demand they're pretty much guaranteed a job.
You can make money right out of high school, set up with a job. Most people, they go to college, they get a degree and they can't even find a job.
Everybody brags about going to like this college, and all I see is debt and loss of money.
As opposed to a good job with a pretty impressive income.
Can I ask how much money you're making?
I'm making $30 an hour.
Adam Ashburn graduated from the program last year and immediately joined two classmates at DC Fabricators in New Jersey. They're welding submarine parts for the Navy.
I have a head start on life. I got a job already. I have no college debt.
What are you doing right there?
So I'm tightening up the caliper bolts.
Caden Rivera is a junior in the automotive part of the program.
This sets me up for a good job right out of high school.
Do you like working on cars?
I love it. I could do it for the rest of my life.
Okay, so first off, shout out to all of the gentlemen, the young man in this video. That brings back memories. So for those of you who are not familiar, out of high school, I also foregoed college, and I went to trade school. I became a welder, and I remember starting off in the apprenticeship program. I worked in shipyards. I've worked offshore. I became a seaman. I switched over from structural welding to pipe welding and even made it up to supervisor. So first off, I'm going to say that I have immense respect for tradespeople, what they call blue collar work, right? I remember part of my decision for doing that instead of going out to college is, for one, back then, to be candid with you, I didn't think I was smart enough in terms of like math, and I was like a little tired of going to school, right? So I started off in this career and I stayed in there for about 5 years. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the things about society is that we need this. This is what I consider infrastructure job. What is infrastructure? Whether or not it is tractor trailer driving, so CDL, plumbing, electrician, welding, carpentry, all of those things are like needed for infrastructure in America. And depending on whether or not you get with a certain, what do they call it, like local. So I know here in Atlanta, we have like the local 45 and stuff. So if you get with certain organizations that can vouch for you, right, in terms of unions, you even have a certain amount of pay and a lot of support. Now, I'll tell you one of the cons when it comes to working in the trades. You're going to take a beating in terms of your body. What do I mean by that? One of the things that scared me away from trades is that at one time when I became supervisor, I was managing a crew of people who had more experience than the age I was at the time. I was 27, and there was people in the crew had been doing this for 30 years, 35 years, even 40 years before. Made a excellent career for themselves, but they had back problems. I mean, a lot of them got hurt on a job. A lot of people was disabled and stuff like that. So for me, that was part of my reasoning for getting out of the trades altogether. But let's hear a little bit more about what they're saying in this video, because like I said, I'm an advocate for it because I started off that way. I just know like long term, it might not be the best thing health wise, but I do get the debt aspect, especially if you're joining a program to where they're going to pay for it, like, and you have no interest in going to college. I mean, I give the thumbs up. I say, why not? I vouch for it. Let's hear a little bit more.
And now the program is expanding beyond welding and automotive to heating and air conditioning, with all the latest equipment to teach the next generation of HVAC techs so that they're ready to work right out of high school. On the day we visited, 2024 program graduate Joe Seeger was back at his old school, fixing a broken AC unit for Elliott Lewis, the Philadelphia company that hired him right after graduation.
I could have gone to college, but I thought this was my best option.
I feel like with automotive, welding, HVAC, they have a tangible skill that they can take anywhere.
Good money, no debt, and AI-proof skills that can be put to all sorts of uses.
A lot of people, they hate their jobs, but they go for the money. When you're passionate and love something and you get paid a lot of money to do it, you can't go wrong.
It is estimated that 12 million people across the country are enrolled in programs like the one at Father Judge that give them a shot at a great career and a well-paying job that doesn't require college.
I think that's incredible. I think that's incredible. As a matter of fact, let's give a hand clap. I like that. I think that it's needed. There is a shortage, especially when it comes to HVAC. I know that for a fact. I know people who, now here's the play, okay? If you was to come to me and consider me your big brother, right? So if you was come to me like, David, should I go to trade school? Should I go to college? Okay. I'm going to ask you, well, first off, what are you going to college for? I don't believe in any degrees that is not going to lead to an actual career, not a job, an actual career. Me personally, I'm in tech. More specifically, I'm in cybersecurity. So I have to be candid and transparent with you guys. My children, which I have 6 of them, by the way, my children are all going into the STEM field. Right? We're all doing computer science. And from that, it may be some different derivatives. So whether or not that's AI, machine learning, cybersecurity, cloud infrastructure. But if you are asking me that and you're not interested in it, I would say, okay, well, if you're going to go into the trades I would recommend would be HVAC, and actually it would be diesel mechanic. So those are the 2 that I would recommend. Why? I know I also have my CDL, okay? And remember I said I used to weld. Now hear me out. The reason why I would say HVAC is because there's a shortage worldwide of HVAC technicians who are skilled enough. It's a high premium you can charge and do like side projects and not necessarily freelancing, but you can like do weekend type work outside of your regular job. And then on top of that, you can spin it off into your own company. The same thing with diesel mechanic. Now that takes a little more overhead. You got to have, a full mechanic shop and all that type of stuff. But even with that, you can do those type of jobs at nighttime. So my recommendation would be, if you're going to go into the trades, guys, go into something that's going to not only be AI proof, but something you can spin off into having your own business one day, or even do that as a side hustle. But I think it's phenomenal. I think that these programs are needed. All across the country. I know me, I did my program in Alabama. It was the foundation for me. And I really think if it wasn't for me learning how to weld, and if it wasn't for me going through those programs, I wouldn't be where I am today. I transitioned from welding to sales, and not from sales to cloud security. And that discipline that I learned in the trades will never leave me. And it's not necessarily a perishable skill. So even if you wanted to start off with that, get with a company that can pay for your education. If you decided to go get certain, like a master's electrician license and stuff like that, if you can get with a union that is very not just popular, but has a great reputation, I say go for it. So I'm going to leave the link in the description to the full video if you want to go and watch that. But kudos to all you guys, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'd love to hear down below. Like, are you in the trades right now? Are you deciding to go back to the trades? Are you going to school? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Let's talk about it in the comment section. All right. See y'all in the next video. Peace.